Roger King. I'm the driver of Team Robby Bobby.
Donnie Burmaster, co-driver for car 4677. Had a great day. It was a short day, unfortunately. We've come from South Carolina and Georgia and Tennessee and had a good crowd helping us out. I'd like to thank everybody at home that's putting up with us being out here in the middle of the desert. We've had a short race day, but we had a good time pre-running. Thought we had the car in line. Had some issues with the front shock mounts. Basically broke the front shock mounts, which took out the oil filter, and that ended our race. That was sort of the end of it.
We started with a stock CJ7, Dana 30 front, AMC 20 rear. We couldn't keep the 30 in one piece. We switched to a Dana 44, but we kept it unlocked for the racing we were doing. And coming out here with these rocks, we knew we had to have a locker. So we installed a Dana 60 with an E-locker. The rear, we removed the Dana 44 and installed a 14 bolt with a gov lock, so we have a limited slip. We run cutting brakes, and if we had a true locker, they wouldn't be effective. So we'd run with like a limited slip, so we can use our cutting brakes, and we can play with our cutting brakes and make it act like a locker when we need to. The CJ came with an automatic and a quadra-track, and the quadra-track is not a very strong transfer case. So we had the transmission modified and the shaft cut down and installed a Dana 300. We have a twin stick ability, and the Dana 300 is plenty of transfer case for this motor. It'll last with everything we've got to put at it. Interior, we have beard racing seats. We have 5-point harnesses. We have a 6-point cage, but we use the stock mainframe of the cage. We run cutting brakes. The rest of the stuff in here basically is for safety requirements. We get kill switches, the minimum gauges we have to have, the GPS we've got to have, race radio we have to have to communicate. Other than that, just what we got to have to race. It's a 304 motor, and we put in a 4-barrel intake, just to get a little bit more out of it. We had a Elderbrock carburetor, and the first time we went out, first hill, we started spitting, dying, and so we went to propane, and propane gives us the ability we can run upside down, sideways. The motor keeps running. It's easy to tune. It's a very simple system. This motor needs more compression to take advantage of the propane, but we have not got that far yet. We were riding along, and the Jeep started getting looser, but it was feeling okay, but we weren't sure what happened. And then we hit a downhill descent, and we noticed we didn't have any brakes in the front, and it was a little alarming, but it was really feeling pretty good. And we didn't really know what was going on. We didn't want to stop, didn't want to lose, because we just wanted to check out something, so we just kept running. And eventually we started hearing some noise, and looked down, and we had 0 oil pressure. We had to stop, and we discovered both of our shocks that went through the fenders, took out the oil filter, took out the brakes, and we tried in vain to fix the oil filter, but we just could not do it on the trail. When we discovered the oil filter, it had 3 holes in it, and our first attempt was to take screws and put in the screw holes, and that didn't work. So then we got a piece of rubber and screwed it down into the holes, and that didn't work. So then we got a hose clamp and a piece of rubber and strapped it across there, and that didn't work. So then we decided to take the filter apart and try to crinkle it over with, like you would repair a radiator that was damaged. And we had vice grips on it, and it finally blew all that apart, and that ended our race. We couldn't run with no oil.